Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Welcome to the Huber Opera House here in downtown Hicksville, Ohio, on a Friday afternoon. I was hoping to say a nice, sunny, spring-like Friday afternoon, but being in Ohio, it's kind of clouded up in the last little bit. But again, it's warmer, and dare I say, knock on wood, spring-like weather, and hopefully we're going to have a nice Friday afternoon and a good day tomorrow for the big Easter egg hunt going on here at Hicksville. I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. We are here for about the next half hour or more to talk about a huge event that is going to be coming up here in Hicksville. We've made mention of it, and we've alluded to it several times on our live updates over the last month or so. But this is the 150th anniversary of the village of Hicksville. That's right, 150 years that we are going to be celebrating coming up in June of this year. And there's been a lot of people working on a lot of different events that are going to be happening on the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of that first weekend in June as we celebrate 150 years here in the village of Hicksville. And today we're giving you the first official preview of some of the activities that are going to be going on as part of Hicksville's sesquicentennial. Yep, that's a tongue twister, but that's what they call it when it's 150 years, a sesquicentennial. And we're here at the Huber Opera House because some of the events are going to be taking place here at the Huber. There's also going to be events going on other places throughout the village in and around the downtown. And we're going to have several representatives from several of the, the subcommittees of the 150th anniversary celebration that are going to be joining us over the next few minutes to tell us about some of the activities that are going to be going on as Hicksville gets ready to celebrate 150 years. Now, to start things off, we mentioned things are going to get underway on Thursday with a special Thursday dinner that is going to be happening, and that's going to be sponsored by the Hicksville Historical Society. So I think to start things off, I have Susan Mack. I'm going to bring her on camera here from the Hicksville Historical Society. Susan, thanks so much for taking some time this afternoon to join us. Now, tell us about this dinner. This is not only an interesting dinner for people that are interested in the history of Hicksville in the area, but it's also a nice way to help support a really important project that the Hicksville Historical Society is working on.
Correct. The dinner will be on Thursday evening starting at 6, and it's going to be at the Rustic Handle Factory.
Okay.
And so just the fact that for a lot of people, they haven't seen the inside of the handle factory, especially since it's become a venue.
Okay.
So that in itself is a historic part of the weekend. And in addition to the dinner, there will be displays, there will be people talking about the history throughout the evening. And it is a fundraiser for the Historical Society because we have both the land office, which is the historic building next to the library, and the Episcopal Church, which is catty corner across the street. Both of those, and especially the church, are in need of significant repairs.
Yeah,
and so
we mentioned this before. You have like this plan for the church with like the various steps, and right now you're really working on trying to preserve the beautiful stained glass windows, correct?
Right. And so money is always needed by the Historical Society, and this is just a great way to celebrate the history of Hicksville and also support two of the most historic buildings in the whole county.
All right. So, again, a little more information about the dinner. Now, the candle factory is located where?
The handle factory is located right before the viaduct. It's on what's called Handle Lane, but it's right off of the main street in Hicksville.
Right. And I said candle, and I don't know why I said that, but candle factory, but the handle factory.
Because they used to make handles.
Yeah, the candle factory.
Right.
So again, it's sort of just off of the downtown.
Right.
It's not very far from where we are right here. And tickets, how can people go about getting tickets for the event?
Tickets will be available starting next week here at the Huber, at Johnson Memorial Library, and through the email address, and it will be on all the posters, which will be coming up next week. It will give a way that you can order them online also.
All right, terrific. And aside from that, I noticed that in some of the earlier drafts, they were talking about possibly maybe having like a historical walking tours or other type of events. Is the Historical Society going to be involved in anything else over the anniversary weekend?
Right. We're going to be doing a little booklet that will have a way for people to do their own self-walking tours with information on historic buildings in town. And then there also is going to be a horse and wagon available during Friday before the parade. And they'll be taking people through they're not going to be basically talking about the historic places, but people will be able to see some of these places.
All right, terrific. So again, it's a great way to kick off this, for many, a once in a lifetime. I know there are some people old enough to remember the 100th anniversary. Not me, I was 14 and living down in Cincinnati at the time. But yeah, that'd be 1975, which hits the 100th anniversary of Hicksville and Jaws in theaters. I don't know if it's related or not, but it was a big summer, no doubt about it. But again, this is really a special event, and it's one that for many people will be kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So we do encourage people, and it's nice to be able to take some time and to look back, as well as celebrate where we are right now and start looking towards the future for our community as well. So again, keep your eyes peeled. There will be an announcement coming up next week about ticket availability for the kickoff dinner and fundraiser for the Hicksville Historical Society. And don't forget, the Historical Society is located right next to the Johnson Memorial Library. You are open at certain times you have a wonderful you got so much stuff on display that you almost have to come back 2 or 3 times to see all of it. And you're constantly working. Yeah.
Right, we'll be open that entire weekend. Not on the weekends, we're only open the first Wednesday of the month, or if people call by appointment.
Yeah, so I was about to say, you can always call if you want to come out and take a look at some of the, and you have a terrific, you just did that program not too long ago with Civil War letters over at the Methodist Church, so you're very active and you do a great deal of preserving the history and the heritage of Hicksville area. So Susan, thank you so very much, and again, we encourage people to get your tickets next week. We're going to talk about, there is a Facebook page that you can go to. We'll have all that information, and we'll let you know about that coming up. But in case you want to get an early start, they have these T-shirts that are available. And I'm going to ask Ms. Bland to come and join, and Chris from the, yes. So I feel like Bob Barker now. Ladies, but show the, so this is you had like a logo contest, right?
We did. We had a T-shirt designing contest, and we just kind of put it out there. We thought it'd be fun because I've heard that they did one years ago. Fritz Kuhn won that, I believe. So we're like, why not do it again? We had a few people who submitted entries. We allowed the community to vote on it. We had a great turnout for that. And our winners were Kim and Kate Forrester from here in Hicksville. So they did a great job, and they have a website up and running now, so you can get your shirts. It's posted on our Facebook page, which is Hicksville, Ohio, Sesquicentennial. I butcher it every time, you guys, every time. But it's right on Facebook. It's been shared. I think you guys have shared it.
Yes, we put in some information as well. So, yeah, all you have to do is go to Facebook and search Hicksville, Ohio, Sesquicentennial, which is Sesquicentennial. Anyway, but you can get all that information. Now, how much are the shirts?
They vary. I think they start at $12, and then based upon what size you get, there's variations. But there's other stuff on there, too. So there's an ornament on there. There's a tumbler on there, and she said she's adding a few more items. But we got the initial website up and running and ready for people to purchase these so we can all wear them the day of the celebration.
Sounds good. So again, check them out on Facebook and follow the link to the Sesquicentennial store and get your Sesquicentennial merch to enjoy when June rolls around. And again, that's going to be constantly updated, I guess, between now and the first weekend in June, and maybe adding more stuff, maybe. So you never know. Yeah. And again, we encourage people to show their ACES and Hicksville pride and get yourself your Sesquicentennial shirt to proudly wear that first weekend in June. Well, anytime, actually.
Anytime,
yeah.
really. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to wear it all day today, so
there we go.
That.
Yeah, walking billboard.
Yes, because then everybody will be like, where'd you get that shirt? I'm glad you asked me that question.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
So I want to thank Ms. Bland for coming out, and I'm going to turn over to Chris here from the Huber, and we're going to sort of frame this, because this is a really cool event that is going to be happening. It's very unique. It's historical. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting. Best of all, because you got a great grant from the Ohio Arts Council, it's going to be completely free.
Yes, completely free. We're very grateful to be able to do this through the Ohio Arts Council, and it is going to be something that depicts history that actually happened right here at the Huber. The Hearts Band did perform here, and in fact, we even have their trunk upstairs, so we will bring that down and have it on display. But yeah, it was a boys' band, and then when World War I came along, the boys all went off to war, and he created a girls' band. So it's the Hearts Boys and Girls Band. It's a group out of Canton, Ohio, called the American Musical Productions, and they are dressing in uniforms and costumes that they would have dressed in back in the early 1900s.
They reenact performers like of this type from years back.
And they are even going to, some of the instrumentation obviously has changed. So they're getting older instruments to use and doing music that would have been typical of them performing at that time also, including, like Sousa marches and different overtures and things that you will recognize. So I think it's going to be a really enjoyable evening, and that will happen at 7 o'clock on Friday night after the parade.
Correct.
So the parade lineup is at 5. Down at the fairgrounds, we're going to start it at 6 o'clock, and it'll come through downtown, and then we're hoping you all pick up something from the food vendors and bring it on in, and you can enjoy the concert. So, yeah, that's on Friday night.
Yeah, and I also wanted to make mention, too, that the Huber, there's going to be a car show going on as part of the weekend as well, and you're going to be there's going to be musicians, the music on the patio as a part of the car show, and again, with the food trucks and everything else. So it's going to be a very busy Friday and Saturday here in downtown and in and around the Huber.
Yes, it is. So on Saturday, we do the patio concerts, which are, sponsored by folks in town and run through the village office. So we are also going to be doing some concerts such as that and some performances out here on our patio. The car show starts at 10, so that's when our basically people. And the car show goes from 10 to 2, and then after that, then we're going to bring in a band that used to play here. Excalibur used to play here when it was the Palace. So those of you who remember the Palace and Excalibur, they will be performing also, and have somewhat of a street dance and just have fun. So that's all happening right here, and we will have an area out here that we have tables and chairs in between here and the Trib, so there'll be a place to sit and eat, go get your food and enjoy the music and really have a fun time.
It is going to be a great weekend and a lot of fun. And it's even going to be more fun, too, because I'm guessing when you say that you might have some performers, because I know that there's going to be little kids here doing theater camp about that same time, right?
Yes, our theater camp runs that week prior and the week after for our little kids. So, they'll be in and around and about also, and some of our older kids are going to be performing parts of,
Some of their shows,
well, no, Hicksville the musical.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to do the whole show,
No,
but we're going to do specific scenes so that it'll fit into an hour slot, and so our Huber kids, our older kids, obviously will be involved with that, and Early Harris is leading that up. So we're all excited to be able to do all of those different things and having music from different eras and different, all the way through all the ages.
All right, so it'll be a great time. And again, I want to thank the Huber because, again, this is a huge community effort because there are things going on all up and down Main Street and all throughout the Hicksville community as we celebrate, again, this huge accomplishment. I don't know if you want to call it an accomplishment, but just a recognition, 150 years, still going strong. And you go to a lot of other communities around Northwest Ohio, and not to say that they're bad communities or anything like that, but we're very lucky. We have a very vibrant downtown. We have a very vibrant community with a lot of history and a lot of people that really do care about being Hicksvillians, I guess, and so it's really nice that we all get the chance to sort of strut our stuff and celebrate and have a great time. So as Chris mentioned, and we mentioned before, they do have a Facebook page, because I know when we're going through and we're talking about these different events and different dates and times, sometimes it's really hard to remember some of that. So again, you can go to Hicksville Sesquicentennial on Facebook, and I'm sure that they have the schedule of events that'll be posted there.
We're getting close to actually
Yeah,
getting
and then we're gonna
everything on
actually
a
have a
time
print.
schedule, so
Yeah.
we'll get that down soon.
Yeah, because I know they put out a preliminary one. There's something like 2 versions of it, but that's all said work in progress. So the final one will be coming, and as soon as we have that, We'll be spotlighting it here on HIX-TV. We'll be sharing it on our Facebook page and our social media. It'll be on the Sesquicentennial Facebook page as well. And I got a feeling that this may be the first preview that we're doing here on HIX-TV, but I got a feeling it may not be the last. So, and I got a feeling we may be covering some of the stuff going on that weekend for you as well. So if you used to be in Hicksville, but you're not living here anymore, you can still be virtually a part of our celebration as well, which is kind of neat that we're able to do that for everybody as well. So Chris, again, thank you so very much. I see a politician that I got to talk to. But before I get to the mayor of Hicksville, and I want to thank Mike for coming by, I do want to take a quick moment here to thank some underwriters that are making this preview broadcast possible here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel this afternoon. They are our silver level underwriters. They include the Hicksville Volunteer Firefighters Association. We want to thank them. They are proud to support the community. They're proud to support the Hicksville Sesquicentennial celebration and proud to underwrite this broadcast to tell you all about it. I also want to say a big thank you to Bruce Guilford Real Estate and Auctioneering in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And remember, for the latest listings and the latest auction calendar, you can go online to guilford-realestate.com. Thanks also to the Hicksville Bank. They're a member of the FDIC with their main branch right here in Hicksville, Ohio, branches elsewhere across Northwest Ohio and Northeast Indiana. And you can find out more about the branches and the many financial services they have available for you and your family. Check them out online at www.thb.bank. So thanks to all three of those silver level underwriters. And with that, I'm going to ask Mr. Mike Barth, the mayor of Hicksville, to join me. And he's got to grab a. Yeah, there we go. The Tribune Print. Thank you, Mike. Oh, and then we got the.
cup.
Oh,
So nice looking.
yes.
Check it out. That's cool.
Ooh, Hicksville.
Cup, shirts.
Yeah, just like I said, a whole bunch of swag, and as we mentioned, that there are a lot of people that are former Hicksville residents, and they're scattered all around the country. There are kids that are away at college, whatever. So something like this would be something terrific. I mean, it's a Christmas gift or whatever to people that used to be residents, that maybe living out west or down south or whatever the case may be. And again, we hope that you can join us for some of the virtual events as well. But I'm going to give that back to Ms. Blant. And Mike, I was just mentioning that this has been a huge community effort. As the mayor, you got to be proud that the way that Hicksville has responded to this.
Yes, we are proud of the Hicksville, all the sponsors that's come together, the committee we have, when we started coming together and different ideas and who can do different things, different organizations that come together to do the activities and put all this together is a huge effort. We're meeting quite often and thinking of new concepts, and like Chris had said, within the next couple weeks we need to get things finalized. So I can't thank all the sponsors enough for helping so far, putting this together. It takes money to do anything, kind of thing. So the Eagles, I got to do a shout out to them. They're one of our major sponsors of the fireworks and the blow-ups. For several blow-ups around town. And then we've had Jim Schmidt Chevy, the Hicksville Area Fund. I'm trying to think some others.
Oh, well, you and I are Rotary. I was
Yeah,
about to say,
Rotary.
the Rotary right now, as a matter of fact, is having a gun raffle. So the proceeds from that are going towards the Sesquicentennial Fund as well. So if anybody is interested in that, the drawing for that, I think, is the first Tuesday in May. So you still have time to get tickets. I think there are still tickets available. So just contact me or Mike or any Rotarian if you're interested in getting some tickets to the gun raffle. They're $20 a ticket.
$20, you get a chance to win 3 different types of guns, and so we're proud of that to help with that event. But the Hicksville Local Rotary Foundation gave $1,000. So we've got different organizations coming together and helping. The bank is another sponsor, but we have people coming on board.
Yeah, like I said,
doing
and
that stuff, so,
the Huber sharing their venue, and I mean, just
it's huge.
a
Everybody's
lot,
come together.
a lot of
Absolutely.
really neat stuff. So I saw a few days ago that there was a request posted for people who are interested in possibly participating in the parade with some information. How is that going? And this is another thing that maybe people don't realize. It takes a lot of work because you have to get permission to shut down the roads and everything else. But that is all well underway, and we're looking forward to a big parade on Friday, right?
I want every family, resident, business, organization, people from out of town, if they want to come and help celebrate Hicksville. This is about Hicksville's past, present, and future. It's about the whole town and the community. But the parade then, again, it's at Friday night at 6 o'clock. Greg Brown is kind of our chairman for that project. He's one of our local scoutmasters. If you want to get with him, and it's on Facebook, I believe, his contact information, we ask you to give him a call and let him know that you want to be in the parade. They're lining up at the fairgrounds, back behind the grandstands there in that parking lot. That's Friday around 4:30, 5 o'clock, they can start lining up. But if they don't get with Greg, it doesn't mean they can't be in it, right? They just show up that night and get lined up for the parade. We'll get them in line and we'll set the parade up and have them go through town and everything and celebrate. So
That sounds great. And then again, you mentioned there's the big fireworks display that sort of wrap things up. Tell us a little bit more about that right now, or where it stands right now.
Well, I know Corey Wan with the Day in the Park started the fireworks kind of show there at the park years ago, and he's continued to. Day in the Park isn't in fruition anymore, but he has always helped with keeping that tradition going in Hicksville. So I reached out to him. He got in contact with the fireworks company, and the fireworks are going to be at dark again Friday evening. There is a glow-in-the-dark frisbee golf tournament Saturday. I'm sorry, I'm going to mess that up. Yeah, Saturday evening to kind of end the festivities, but at the same time, I think there's a nighttime our frisbee golf course. He wants to do night frisbee golf with glow-in-the-dark frisbees and things like that. So. Yeah, again, the money goes towards the fireworks and setting them off in the company, and then, the fire department's a big part of that, coming together to help with safety needs and things.
And I understand too that with all the things going on throughout the day, Friday and Saturday, a lot of the downtown businesses are going to maybe having some special hours for those couple of days, I mean, just food trucks. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. A really great time to come down and enjoy downtown Hicksville.
Downtown Hicksville, the whole city. There's community-wide garage sales going on Friday and Saturday. Carrie Wan has done that for many years, and so we got that going on. The Night of Lights, of course, at the Field of Faith, they have their activities Friday evening. But yeah, lots of different organizations. We have some churches reaching out here recently and say, we want to do something. We haven't decided on what we want to do, but we encourage everyone and everybody to be a part in some way, shape, or form. So come and celebrate Hicksville both Friday and Saturday, those dates, and then the Thursday night dinner. That's our kickoff there at the Crook Miller factory there. So at the Historical Society. So we want people to go to that and participate.
Yeah, it's going to be an awful lot of fun. If you're a former Hicksville resident and you haven't been here for a while, this would be a good weekend to be like a homecoming type thing and come back and check things out. We got the new mural down here in town and lots of other great stuff.
The splash pad should be up and running hopefully.
Pretty good looking new water tower.
New water tower, new splash pad at our park, ready to go. So
and the walking trail is getting ready to get up and running too. They've got to clean up the walking trail day. I think that they're putting together right now in May sometime. So there's just a lot of great, and we invite everybody seriously to come on down. If you've never been to Hicksville, if you're watching this from wherever and you want to come to see a terrific town with a bunch of great people, great places to shop, terrific food, just a great atmosphere, come on out and join us. Again, now this is the first weekend in June, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which I think is the 5th and the 6th and the 7th. Correct. And so, again, things get underway Thursday evening, all day Friday, big parade Friday, all day Saturday, car show Saturday, fireworks to wrap things up, and a whole lot more that's going to be happening in addition to that. Hearts Band performance, or the recreated Hearts Band performance, music out on the patio, food trucks, almost more than we can really list. But again, on Facebook, Hicksville Sesquicentennial, search that. They have all that information there. We'll share as much as we can. People can stop by the village office, and hopefully, like I said, within the next week or so, we'll have an actual finalized or nearly finalized schedule that we'll be able to share with everybody. And again, links on their Facebook page to the Sesquicentennial store, where you can get T-shirts, travel mugs, all kinds of other great stuff. But most of all, whatever the case may be, whether you spend any money or none at all, we just want everybody to come and celebrate this terrific community with us in June.
We're a blessed community. Our downtown's full of businesses. The whole town's thriving. But as a way to celebrate the town and celebrate those couple days and look forward for the future. So I want everybody to participate one way, shape, or form. But we're looking forward to it. We thank HIX-TV for being a part of this.
We're more than
All the
happy.
sponsors. If I missed any sponsor, I do apologize. I don't want to miss anybody. So it's a group effort, it's a town effort, it's a community effort, and it's a resident effort. So we want everybody to enjoy it.
Yes, indeed. And again, we're going to do our best to keep you updated between now and that first weekend in June with, I'm pretty sure, like I said, we'll probably be doing another one of these type of programs coming up, I would imagine sometime in May, where we'll have a lot more finalized things and maybe some other people to talk to about some of the other events. Maybe get somebody to tell us a little bit more about the car show or information about the parades. But we're going to keep you up to date as best as we can. But the most important thing is to put it on your calendar and be prepared to come on out and join us at one of the many events, or as many as you can, throughout that terrific weekend as we celebrate a big milestone, 150 years of the village of Hicksville. So with that, we're pretty much going to wrap up our preview for this afternoon. I want to thank Mayor Mike Barth. I want to thank Ms. Bland. I want to thank, I'm sorry, here we go. Yeah, and I want to thank Chris and Susan Mack for stopping by as well and joining me to talk about the various things that they're involved with the sesquicentennial celebration. Also, I want to say a big thank you once again to our 3 silver level underwriters that are making our coverage possible here this afternoon. That's our friends at the Hicksville Bank, member FDIC, Bruce Guilford Real Estate and Auctioneering in downtown Hicksville, and of course the Hicksville Volunteer Firefighters Association. I want to thank all of them for their underwriting support of HIX-TV as well. And with that, we're going to wrap it up for this afternoon. Hey, don't forget though, since we are on live, tomorrow at the Hicksville Park, 11:30 registration for the Easter egg hunt. Kids birth through age 12, I think it is. Welcome to participate. Registration begins at 11:30 a.m. The first egg hunt is scheduled to take off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 25,000 eggs. So moms and dads, you might want to bring an extra sack because last year there were so many, the little kids couldn't hold all the eggs. So, but that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be out there with the live broadcast of the egg hunt starting a little before 1 o'clock. So bring it out. Again, this is absolutely free. Corey and Carrie Wan, we want to thank them for doing that. It's always great, a lot of fun as we get ready to head into Easter week. And don't forget to community Good Friday service on Good Friday 1 week from today.
1 week
Yeah, so.
At the Cornerstone Church.
Yep, and so that's at 6 o'clock from 6 to 7. So again, with that, again, we're going to wrap up our live broadcast for this afternoon. Again, thanks to all my guests for joining me, and I will leave you with, again, an invitation to join us for the Hicksville Sesquicentennial Celebration, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 2025, and until I see you tomorrow live from the egg hunt out at the Rotary Memorial Pavilion in the park, I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television. Thanks for joining us. Take care, stay safe, and I'll talk to you again real soon right here on HIX-TV.